The new president of Egypt went to a Cairo hospital to apologize in person to a woman who'd been raped in Tahrir Square during festivities surrounding his inauguration. The apology came a day after he ordered a crackdown on sexual harassment, which he described as an alien phenomenon in Egypt. But CCTV's Yasser Hakim reports that more than 90% of Egyptian women have been subjected to some form of harassment.
Cases of harassment against women have been on a sharp rise over the years as governments turned a blind eye. Most of the incidents occur in densely populated areas and cut across the high to low classes of society. Iba is an activist who works with NGOs to combat sexual harassment.
Most of the work is really about mobilizing people against sexual harassment because, sexual harassment is a crime, but people don't see it as a crime. People, unfortunately, really spend a lot of time and effort trying to put blame on the woman. Really, HarassMap's work is focusing on getting people to intervene when they see sexual harassment happening in front of them, to get society themselves to start treating it as a crime. So really the focus is on changing all of these perceptions and stereotypes and to mobilize society against sexual harassment as a deterrent.
A law ratified by former President Adli Mansour last week enhanced the penalty for perpetrators of this vice, from paying fines to at least 3 years in jail.
The law is better because it's more stringent and includes different forms of harassment that were not punishable before. But it's not enough. The authorities need to enforce these laws.
Several women were brutally assaulted during the president's inaugural celebrations in Tahrir Square on Sunday, a few days after the law was put into effect, a sign that combating harassment is not an easy task.
A few years ago, people didn't even realize what sexual harassment was, or people would say, no way, this doesn't happen in our country. There needs to be a natural strategy for A, implementing the existing law, B, making the judicial adjustments to the law and to the articles to include assault and rape in a way that reflects the nature of this crime. There needs to be definitely coordination with the Ministry of Health in the receipt of especially assault and rape victims.
Another drawback is that most victims don't report the attacks on them, making it hard to resolve, while policemen in many cases do not take women's complaints seriously. To send a message of support, al-Sissi became the first Egyptian president to visit a victim of sexual harassment. The absence of security in the last 3 years is another factor for the escalation of violence against women. On Tuesday, a statement by the newly elected president al-Sissi said that solving this issue has become his top priority. Yasser Hakim for CCTV, Cairo.